The Queen's Feet by Sarah Ellis. Once there was a queen called Queen Daisy who had a great deal of trouble with her feet. Those feet did not want to behave themselves in a royal way at all. Look at the royal socks and her toes poking out of the bottom with red finger polish. Those feet did not want to wear proper queen shoes. Sometimes they wanted to wear big yellow gumboots or fuzzy red slippers with faces. Sometimes they wanted to wear those heavy boots to crash up and down stairs, or rubber thongs that flip-flopped when they walked. Crunch, 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 crunch. Sometimes they wanted to wear sandals to show off the queen's special striped socks or her purple painted toenails. Sometimes those feet didn't want to wear any shoes at all. Even when Queen Daisy forced her feet to dress properly, they would not act properly. One day when she was christening a new ship, those feet made her climb right up the rigging to the crow's nest and dance the hornpipe. Another time, during a very long speech at a royal dinner, the queen's feet took her down to the kitchen and kept her there telling knock-knock jokes to the cook until all the important people went home. Once Queen Daisy had to be polite to a whole garden full of ladies in large hats. That day, the royal feet made the queen walk right out of her shoes and into a pond where the goldfish tickled her toes. Tickle, 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 tickle. The goldfish tickling the toes. The queen's feet were particularly naughty at balls. They would suddenly begin kickboxing or doing the splits or tap dancing on the marble palace floors. One day the queen's feet went too far. King Marvin was visiting from a next-door kingdom. He was mean. He was a bully. He thought he was the boss of everybody. The queen's feet felt as though they were being stepped on. Finally, they could not stand it another minute, and one of them kicked the king in the ankle. Clanks! They were wearing hiking boots that day, and King Marvin went home very angry. Queen Daisy wrote a long letter in her best printing to say she was very sorry for the bad behavior of her feet. But the people said, "Your Majesty, it is not enough. Something must be done about those feet, once and for all." So the queen and the queen's feet invited all the sages, wise women, wizards, fairy godmothers, and of course, footmen in the land to a meeting. It was a very long discussion. Some people got cross. Some people sulked. Some people snoozed. And everyone's feet got very restless. He's dreaming about rollerblades. He's looking at his feet. Looking at the shoes. But finally, they sorted it out. The queen's feet agreed to behave royally most of the time. They would wear proper shoes, walk quietly, dance sedately, and stay out of puddles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No puddles. But for 1 hour each day, the hour when afternoon slips into evening, the queen's feet could be footloose and fancy-free. They could cut up, act out, and carry on. They could raise a ruckus and kick up a fuss. For 1 hour each day, the queen's feet ruled. What a pretty queen! From that time on, the only trouble Queen Daisy had with her feet was that sometimes after a day of presentations and proclamations, they got tired. When that happened, she would stay home in the evening and share a lemon popsicle with her husband, Prince Fred. He would give her feet a good rub, and that was very nice for both of them. The end. What a silly story. Good night, Nom. Good night, Lily. I love you.